Hey everybody, I just want to do a little review. I work in the Nevada desert and sometimes outside, sometimes in buildings without AC. And, you know, a lot of people have like the M18 fan or the DeWalt fan or whatever or tool system you're in and have those fans. And uh, those things are nice. I think that they're nice if you're in one place, but as you know, in the trade, you're always moving around. There's material that needs to be gotten from a different area. There's your tools that you need to gather for a new task. Anything can pull you in any direction, and so I kind of just wanted to point out this kind of cool thing. I bought it really not expecting a whole lot, and it's pretty great, I gotta say. So this is the Comlife little. I forget the actual name of this. I'll put it in the description, but it is just a fan that clips onto your belt. This is the one that goes onto your belt here, and it also has a kickstand in case you're just working in a place that you're sitting down, like say you're doing rough or sorry, you're trimming out like some outlets or something, you could point this at yourself. I've also used this to clear away dust from a workspace. If like I was cutting out a bunch of ceiling tiles, and I was using my jab saw, and the dust was kind of on my mark line, and this really helps with getting away the dust from that. You could also use, your razor knife and do one cut and then break it, like a drywaller would. But if you're doing a circle, a folding saw works really well in that situation. But outside of that example, this clips onto your belt, and then this side clips onto your shirt. And this makes like a little wind tunnel up your back, and if you're sweating, you definitely get a lot of sweat along your back, and so not only is your body trying to cool you that way, but then you get like a little wind tunnel going up there, and it really does a lot. I was really surprised how much heat your back traps. It really is a big source of the reason why you have so much sweating going on. Is a very hot, can get very hot part of your body. So this thing attacks a very a part of your body's like heat. It like has a way to get it out of that area, and it tunnels it out through and up your shirt. And it's got 5 speeds, and if you want to run it for about an 8-hour day, you can run it on speed 5. If you want it to last about a day and a half, you can run it on speed 3. And if you're running low, you can run it on one of the lower settings. I would say 2 is still pretty nice. But yeah, it's surprisingly good. It charges with a Type-C. So if you're an Android person, you got that, or if you have the newer iPhones. But I'm going to let you hear what 5 sounds like. It's a pretty strong sound to it. The thing's pretty robust. I mean, it's been in a bunch of job sites with a lot of dust, and it hasn't got gunked up, or the internal components have gotten screwed up. Another feature it has is it has a light, and I think it also is made for running. So I think there's a strobe. Yeah, there's a strobe option, and another strobe option, and another strobe option. Yeah, it's a light. It can charge your phone. There's a USB port here where you can charge your phone. So I've used this a lot. Like if my charger falls out of the wall one day, I'll have this clipped onto me to keep myself a little cooler. And you can also charge your phone. It's a really cool product. It was $20-something, and I was pleasantly surprised that this thing is awesome. It's really crazy how just like a little fan doing just this little tiny fan just can keep you away from heat stroke or away from heat sickness or feeling groggy or feeling like, you know, you got to take it a little bit easier, otherwise you might pass out. So this thing is great. I'd really recommend this for anybody who is not wanting to buy a fan, a $120 fan from Milwaukee, just so that it can sit there and somebody else starts using your fan. But it's maybe a little noisy. People joke when I walk by sometimes. They're like, I heard you before I saw you. But this thing's really cool. I would really recommend it for anyone in the desert. I also give it to my wife sometimes when we go out to someplace in the summer, if we're feeling like we want to go out in the summer. And yeah, it's, does surprisingly well at keeping you cool. And it's a small, compact. It goes with you anywhere. The only thing that I maybe have is a complaint, and I don't know if this is really like a bad thing, but if you have shirts that sit like right at your waistline, they're kind of short. The clip will release if you go and reach down to grab something, because your shirt will ride up, and then it'll come out of the clip. So if you have longer shirts, this will stay in easier, better. But if you have like more short length of shirts, then it'll definitely fall out more frequently. So when you lean over to grab stuff, the shirt will come out of this clip, but this has never fallen off of me. I don't think. I think there's, yeah. I mean, I've gotten stuck sometimes because I had to take it off my belt, but I've never actually dropped this. But yeah, it's sometimes it'll push you out this much more of your waistline, so sometimes you can get stuck walking between studs. But this thing is really cool. I really recommend it. It's a great way to keep cool in the desert.